This is what my living room looked like last month, a little bit dark, a little bit uninspiring, and nothing like those Nancy Meyers movies I've been obsessing over for years. But with some creative thinking, my favorite IKEA sofas, and some thrifted and repurposed finds, I was able to turn this space into the coastal cottage of my dreams. And the best part, it looks like it's straight out of a movie set, but it's comfortable and livable for my whole family. So let me begin by explaining the vision that I had for this space. Have you ever seen the movie Something's Gotta Give? I think it was early 2000s. We had Diane Keaton, Jack Nicholson. The set was this stunning coastal cottage in the Hamptons. That beach house with the bright, airy living room with all the subtle coastal touches, the white, the blues, the fresh, airy vibe. That space has been living in my head rent-free for years. It's very subtle coastal without being too themey, and I think that look is absolute perfection, especially for the spring and the summer. Last year, I talked about using AI to help with interior design, so I did a little bit of that this time. I asked ChatGPT how I could change my current living room into something inspired by a Nancy Meyers movie. It's pretty cool. You can upload a photo of your space and then give it some prompts. I'll share what I did here. And it actually gave me some pretty good ideas on what I could do with my space. Now, I want to be clear, AI is a great tool for brainstorming, but I think that AI will never replace human creativity. It's always such a great starting point though, and then we can use it and run with it and make it our own. This style is what I would call coastal cottage elegance. It's that perfect blend of casual, of sophisticated, welcoming furniture, lots of textures, linen, rattan, and a really soft, neutral palette with touches of blue and green. I've always loved blue and green, so this was the perfect look for my space. Now, really, there's nothing terrible about our living room before. I've always loved this space. I especially loved it when I added the board and batten. I decided to paint the walls dark probably about 7 years ago, and I've been living with that for a while, and I'm just tired of it. I'm a person that really loves the sun and light and bright, so I was ready for a change. We also had this inexpensive sofa for quite a few years, and it was just looking so flat to me, so I decided to donate that and go for a pair of matching sofas instead. So the first thing I tackled in this space was the paint. I always say this and I'll say it again, paint is the absolute best thing you can do in a space to make it feel completely different for the least amount of money. I kept my board and batten on the lower 2/3 of the wall and painted the upper walls this gorgeous soft gray called Seashell Gray by Valspar. The reason I chose this gray was because this is the original color we painted most of our house back in 2012 when we built the place. If I was to choose a neutral now, I'd probably choose something a little bit warmer. However, I didn't want to paint the 3-story entry in our house again, so I went with this Seashell Gray, which really goes with this cottage coastal vibe anyhow. Immediately, I was able to see how this was going to make our space so much lighter and brighter feeling, and as soon as I painted half the space, I loved it already. Now for the star of this space, the 2 IKEA sofas. I've been eyeing the IKEA HYLTARP sofa for a really long time now. It just came out last spring and I love the transitional look. It's so perfect for a transitional or traditional space. I've always loved that slip-covered look for a sofa, the loose cushions, everything about it to me just feels so cozy and so comfortable. Perfect for a family house. And then IKEA had what they call an IKEA family sale a little while ago, and I was able to scoop up 2 of the sofas for 20% off, so I was really excited about that. I think they're the right scale for this space, and I really like the look of facing sofas, plus they're practical because my 3 girls can spread out on these sofas and not fight over where they're gonna lay down. So I chose the natural covered slip covers. You can choose a whole variety of colors for these, just because I wanted that light, bright, neutral look for spring and summer. However, I did go ahead and purchase the gray-brown slip covers as well, thinking I could change these out in the fall when I want a cozy, darker look. You can also order custom slip covers for these from a few different sites online. I'll link to those down in the description box below, as well as everything that I'm using in today's living room makeover. I promise I'm gonna do a full review of the HYLTARP sofas after I use them. I'm gonna use them for 90 days. I popped them into my space at the end of February, and then I'll share a full thorough review here on YouTube, but my immediate thought is I love these. They're very comfortable. They're firm at first, but as we've been using them, they've softened up and I just absolutely love how they look. I think they look like those designer slipcover sofas that can be over $5,000 for about 1/3 of the price. Next up, I had this IKEA sideboard that I've had for, I think, like 17 years since we got married. I painted it once and I'm gonna paint it again. The green is a little bit bright for this space, so I chose another Valspar color called Mint Frost, and I painted the entire thing with a brush and a foam roller, and I'm absolutely obsessed with how this turned out. I still like that there's a bit of green in this space, but it's just light and bright and a little bit more subtle for the look that I'm going for. Then I swapped out the more modern gold hardware that I had installed for this classic looking antique brass hardware. I've used this in other spaces in my home, and I really like the idea of repeating elements in my space to make my home look pulled together. These are just from Amazon, so they're nice and budget friendly, but to me they look high end, and I'll make sure to link these down in the description box below as well. And now for my favorite part, the thrifted treasures we're gonna add to this space. So it has a little bit of character and a story. You might remember I found this gorgeous lamp at Value Village. It was only $10, and I decided to spray paint the base of this lamp with a textured beige colored spray paint. Turned out so well. I originally put this in our lake house rental and decided to steal it for this room because I thought the rattan shade and the texture was just so perfect for this space. I also scored this beautiful floral art from Value Village for only $6, and the color, the look is perfect for this coastal spring and summer feel. And this shell bowl was only $4 at the thrift store, and it's gonna add that little bit of quirkiness to my coffee table styling. And it looks exactly like these expensive little bowls that I've been seeing everywhere. I knew I wanted to replace the coffee table or cover it or something, and then when my mom told me she was getting rid of an oversized ottoman in her space, that was actually the perfect dimensions for my living room, I grabbed it from her, thanks Mom, and I decided to cover it so that it matched my room's aesthetic a little bit more. I wanted that casual put your feet up vibe. My kids are always wanting to put their feet up on the coffee table, so an ottoman is so much better for that. I had this king-sized striped linen sheet. You know, I don't like using flat sheets, so this was perfect to repurpose for a slipcover. I simply measured the ottoman, the width, the length, the height, and then cut out 5 rectangles, making sure I added some seam allowance measurements on them, and then sewed them all together with my sewing machine. I also made sure there was an extra bit of fabric at the bottom to hem it, ironed it, hemmed the bottom, and then just simply pulled this right over the ottoman. I love the stripe in here, and this relaxed kind of wrinkly linen look is exactly what I was hoping for this space. I love how this turned out and that it was basically free. Now for the finishing touches in this space, I added these beautiful linen cushion covers from my own shop, Cozy Prairie Linens, in colors that are perfect for the spring and summer. We have a lot of linen in this space, from my old IKEA curtains to the cushion covers to the ottoman cover, and I really love that look for this coastal summer vibe. And then I essentially shopped our home for the rest. I had this big round wicker tray. I think I got it at like Target Canada 15 years ago. Had some faux florals and I kind of grabbed them all together, some vases. I had this landscape art that was in my bathroom and I thought it would work in this space. And I just kept my mood board in mind with those light blues, greens, the natural coastal style spring and summer elements. So let me show you how all of these elements started coming together as I styled this space. The slip-covered sofas create this natural, sophisticated look that's so signature to a Nancy Meyers or a coastal cottage look. Really, this look is very similar to my mom's style. We all turn into our moms eventually, right? The painted sideboard adds just that right amount of neutral with a little subtle pop of color. My formula for styling a side table or a console in your living room: you want some height, softness, a stack of books, art, and soul. So I'm using my thrifted lamp for height. I'm using some wicker elements, some rattan elements for softness and texture, a stack of books from the thrift store, and I'm leaning this wall art on it. And for the soul, the little personal piece, I'm adding my favorite candle and this antler shed that we found years ago. The Ottoman coffee table is not only practical for putting your feet up, but it looks so perfect in this space with that striped linen. The formula that I like to use for coffee tables or ottomans is tray, stack, natural, candle, and quirky. A tray helps ground everything, and it's really important for something with a soft surface like this ottoman. A small stack of books that people actually want to read, like these beautiful decor books, is a great addition to a coffee table. Something natural and organic, like some greenery. I'm just using these faux hydrangeas in a green vase. A candle for some ambience. Because this is a soft surface, I'm using a faux candle so we don't have any safety issues. And then for quirky or sentimental, I have this little jar of seashells from our last trip that my daughter found, and this amazing thrifted seashell bowl. For the mantle, I also have a formula. It is anchor, layers, texture, nature, and personality. Always begin with a large focal point, so I'm just using the mirror that I've always had here. Love this on the mantle. And then layering on some artwork. We're gonna use that thrifted artwork. Adding a variety of textures, so I have some shiny candlesticks and some smooth and textured vases. Tuck in something natural, so I'm using some faux flowers just to give that nice natural look. And then you can add a meaningful object or some personality, and I'm just gonna go with that thrifted art. This artwork is perfect because it brings in those coastal vibes and the natural feeling without being too themey, not just yelling seashells or anchors. So as a reminder, here is what my living room looked like before. And here is the full transformation for spring. I am in love with how this turned out. My favorite part has got to be the wall paint. I can't believe how much of a difference that made. I'm so happy that I painted it the seashell gray. It just looks and feels so fresh and amazing. Even shooting this video, I can feel all the light just bouncing around and making everything feel so fresh and bright. What I love about this transformation is, to me, it feels fresh, but it also feels timeless. I have a traditional style house in the country, so I feel like this cottage look is perfect for my space. And I think that's a really important thing when you're thinking about decorating your home in a way that's gonna last for years. What style of house do I have? What's the architecture style? Is it modern, traditional, something in between? And where is my house? Is it downtown in the city? Is it out in the country? And that's gonna help guide the interior of your home and make it feel timeless. So now let's talk about the budget for the space. This entire transformation, including those sofas, cost me less than $2,300 Canadian, which is about $1,600 US dollars, which I think is a really good price for a full room transformation. I'll leave a list of everything I spent right here. If you're looking to create a similar room on a budget, here are my top tips. Paint is always gonna be the biggest bang for your buck. It completely changes the look of your space. If you're gonna do anything to your space, give it a fresh coat of paint. Don't overlook the power of slipcovers. If you have an old piece, consider making slipcovers for it or finding someone to make them for you. I do have a tutorial on this. I will link it down in the description box below. Thrift stores are gold mines for home decor accessories. There are always so many things, especially artwork. Don't forget, you could frame it a different way, paint it a different way. Be creative with your thrift store finds. Shopping your home first can save you so much money. Just moving a piece from one room to another can change the vibe of your space without spending any money at all. Now, if you enjoyed this makeover, I think you're gonna love my office makeover that I did last month. I use a lot of IKEA pieces for that as well. Lots of DIYs, budget-friendly finds. I'll leave that video for you to watch next right here.